friends, my name is Lily Singh and I am 32 years old. That's right, I know it's very strange to admit your age in this industry, especially as a woman, and that's because of something really fun called ageism. Ageism is basically discriminating against people because of their age. It's in the title, ageism. And of course, it's no surprise that ageism is rampant in Hollywood. Honestly, Hollywood, you're such a problem child. A new study found that movie directors over the age of 40 struggle to get new jobs. Now, when I say that, it's probably difficult for you to picture because when I say movie director, you probably think of people like Spielberg or Scorsese, men who are objectively old. But it turns out they're the exception, not the rule. According to the research, age discrimination starts almost immediately as a director enters the profession, and people do not just retire but seem to be unable to find another directing job. Sounds stressful, but here's the thing, directing takes experience and most people don't break into directing until they're like 40. But then they immediately get pushed out of the industry because of ageism. It's pretty messed up. I mean, racism and sexism must be pissed right now. Y'all thought you were the only one screwing people over in Hollywood? Pfft, okay. Ageism is rampant in a lot of other industries too, especially finance and tech. Now, the median age in most companies in America is 42. But at 7 of the major tech companies, the median age was 30 or lower. Which honestly makes sense because only a 25-year-old would be like, oh my god, this job has no benefits, but did you see the dope foosball table in the lobby? I gotta say, it's weird to me that we push out our most experienced workers for young people. Part of the issue is that young people are willing to work for less or sometimes no money in what we call an internship. But there's also this perception that older people will be stuck in their ways and they'll be harder to train. You know, it's the whole you can't teach an old dog new tricks myth. But anyone that owns a dog know that a dog will do literally anything for a treat. Straight up, my dog would learn how to do the Macarena if I gave him some ice cream. Another really fun thing about ageism, oh, this is so much fun, is that women are impacted a lot more than men. Because so often society values a woman based on how she looks. So when she gets older, she's considered less attractive and then people treat her poorly. But on the flip side, if a woman does something like get Botox, then she's also mocked by society. I tell womanhood, it's impossible to win. So how do we fight this? As a culture, we need to celebrate older people and especially older women. And one really obvious way to do this is to not make them invisible. Over 30% of the United States population is over 50, but these people only appear in about 15% of the advertising we see. I mean, Six Flags just realized they could dress up a young person in old face and advertising has never been the same. But of course, the positive, luckily a lot of people are already trying to change this. Like Rihanna, my girl Riri. Honestly, when are we gonna start making bracelets that say, what would Rihanna do? She's constantly on the right side of history. What does she not do? Rihanna famously hired a 68-year-old to model her Fenty clothing line a few years ago. At the time, this made headlines because it was so rare, but because Rihanna did it, many other companies are following suit. It also is inspiring to me because it makes me believe that my modeling career is ahead of me. You know, I feel like I'm gonna peak at 50, personally. Hopefully seeing more people in the media that are, gasp, over the age of 40 will help normalize the reality that all of us age. And that's okay. Old people can still learn new skills, be a vital part of a company, or straight up just be sexy. What do you mean old people can't learn? Years ago, my mom didn't even know how to text message. Now, she can ask me when I'm having kids just in emojis. So let's embrace what some cultures already do and consider common sense, and that is respect our elders. Because I don't know about you, but I intend to be fly until the day I die. I can't wait to confuse my grandkids about things they've never heard about, you know, like Blockbuster videos, social media, and planet Earth. I hope you're enjoying season 2 of A Little Late with Lily Singh. If you're not sick of this face yet, go ahead and click subscribe right over there. Check out more clips just like this one right over there. And more importantly, have a great day.